It's CEO here and welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm going to deep dive into 7 Animal Crossing crossovers you may not know about. Or you could say, Animal Crossing overs? These collabs are not just superficial. They go hard with the details that will excite any Animal Crosser. Nintendo and Animal Crossing have partnered with a few companies that feel so random, like a stationery shop, clothing brands, and even 7-Eleven, as well as other Nintendo games such as Mario Kart, Splatoon, and even Smash Bros, which has the complete opposite vibe of Animal Crossing. I conducted over 10 hours of research, scouring every corner of the internet to find out as much information as possible about these collabs so I didn't miss even one small detail. I didn't even do this much research for papers I wrote in school. Before I show you these crossovers, be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, like this video, and ring the bell button to get notified when I post new uploads. Now let's jump into the video. Mario Kart is probably my favorite game series after Animal Crossing. So when I found out an Animal Crossing New Leaf themed track, themed cards, themed wheels, and a themed glider was being released as DLC, I was so excited. The track is named Animal Crossing, very original Nintendo, and was first featured in Mario Kart 8 for the Wii U in 2014. It comes in 4 seasonal variations: spring, summer, fall, and winter, to mimic how your town evolves throughout the year. The track is part of the Crossing Cup, which sounds like it would have 4 Animal Crossing themed tracks instead of just 1. Imagine racing through the museum or down Main Street from New Leaf. You could only access this track in the Crossing Cup as part of the Animal Crossing Mario Kart 8 DLC pack that cost $7.99, or you could buy the bundle, which included the Legend of Zelda Mario Kart 8 DLC pack for $11.99. Luckily, this DLC was permanently included in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on the Switch. The Animal Crossing track has you racing around a fully developed Animal Crossing New Leaf town, featuring Nook's Cranny, the museum, the Able Sisters shop, retail, the Roost, and Town Hall. Now, some of these buildings look very similar to their counterparts in New Leaf, and some of them look completely different. Nook's Cranny looks pretty much the same in both games. However, I feel they should have used the fully upgraded version of Nook's Cranny, TNT Emporium, instead of the base version. Seems a little odd to me. We also have Tom Nook waving to us, but he looks like he had to be there against his will. Not too cheery. Town Hall is similar to how it looks in New Leaf, but the mayor definitely added extensions to the side of the building. I like how grand this Mario Kart Town Hall looks. Good job, Mayor. Retail, ran by Cyrus and Reese, looks 95% identical to New Leaf, just with the sign being on the left instead of the right. The Able Sisters shop matches its fully upgraded counterpart in New Leaf, which includes Shampoodle on the 2nd level, ran by Harriet. So we get non-upgraded Nook's Cranny in the track, but fully upgraded Able Sisters. Makes no sense to me. Side tangent, this track makes me wish Nintendo gave us an HD New Leaf port to the Wii U. These buildings have so much more detail here than on the 3DS. This makes sense because of the hardware and software limitations on the 3DS and the Wii U being so much more powerful. But it would have been so easy to add a New Leaf port to Wii U, especially because Nintendo skipped bringing a brand new main series Animal Crossing game to the Wii U due to poor sales of the console. I'd 100% play a New Leaf port that looked like this track. Just look at that dimension on the Able Sisters building. Okay, but this Roost looks amazing. The building structure looks nothing like it does in New Leaf, but it still looks great. We have the same color palette and that's it, although the umbrella tables in front look absolutely adorable. Now, I don't know where Blathers got all this money to turn his museum into a behemoth mansion. Maybe he blackmailed Tom Nook. But just look at this work of art. I see at least 12 majestic columns, and Blathers looks happier than ever. The museum in New Horizons doesn't even look this good. The Animal Crossing Mario Kart track is really spoiling us. Now we gotta talk about these trees. You may have noticed they look a little off. This is because we can fully turn the camera 360 degrees in Mario Kart, and can only slightly rotate the camera in New Horizons and only in camera mode. Since we have the potential to see all sides of items while racing, the trees also need to exist on all sides. Now, I say exist because if we use mods to rotate the camera in New Horizons to look at the back of the trees, their whole backside looks like Nintendo just forgot to add them. And these backless trees function the same way in New Leaf. This is intentional to save on console power and resources. But when we do get a fully rendered classic Animal Crossing tree, it looks downright absurd and unnatural. For some reason, KK Slider here is just chilling on this random cliff by the beach playing his guitar. And it's not just for show. If you get close enough, you can hear him singing. Now I love the attention to detail, but if you are just zooming by while racing, you cannot hear him singing. I had to drive real close to the cliff to hear him, and even then, the game music was overpowering his voice. If you drive over to Nook's Cranny, you can also hear the store's theme music playing. Again, it's almost impossible to hear, but it's still a nice touch. They used Resetti perfectly in this course. Since he blasts out of the ground to yell at you for resetting, except in New Horizons, why not have him blast out of the ground to crash your car? He randomly explodes on the track right before the museum, and look how big he is. They made a giant Resetti. Maybe it's an Easter egg referring to the giant inflatable Resetti in New Leaf. In the winter, Resetti is replaced by Snowboys that also appear as hazards throughout the whole track. Some more little Easter eggs we find: if you drive into a rock, a coin pops out. This references when you hit the money rock in your town and bells fly out. And speaking of coins, the traditional coin is replaced by a coin with a star, and the bottom left coin counter has been changed to bells. We have item boxes suspended in the air by the same balloons we see flying over our islands. When our villager does a boost jump or collects item boxes, they do a short version of the glee and laughter reactions. When our villager gets hit, you can hear the sound effect from the sad reaction. If you drive into a tree, fruit may fall out the same way it does if you shake your trees in your town. If you drive over the fruits, they'll actually give you a mushroom speed boost. This could be foreshadowing New Horizons, how eating fruit gives you super strength. Our iconic New Leaf train can be seen chugging away in the background until it disappears in the tunnel. All along the track, we have various villagers waving and cheering for us. The same villagers appear in multiple places on the track, so they must be teleporting or something. And only cats, bunnies, wolves, and squirrels will populate the track. No other animal species. The results music is actually a sped up version of the music that plays in the Roost Cafe. In addition to the Animal Crossing themed track, this DLC also gave us 7 new racers, vehicles, and parts. We have Isabelle, a boy villager, and a girl villager racer, and when they sit on the City Tripper bike, each gets their own custom themed skin. Isabelle gets a white fruity skin that looks just like the Animal Crossing themed 3DS XL. The girl villager gets a pink bike that matches the pattern on Bob's iconic flower shirt. The boy just gets a plain red bike. We also get the Streetle cart that's part of the DLC and supposed to be based off a generic beetle in Animal Crossing, but I don't see it. And lastly, we get this green set of wheels that's supposed to look like grass, and a paper glider that features the same white fruity 3DS pattern and green plaid motif that matches Isabelle's shirt in New Leaf. In 2013, Nintendo worked with a Japanese office supply and stationery company called Kokio to bring us this adorable Animal Crossing New Leaf furniture set called the Campus Series to help promote Kokio's new campus line of notebooks and products. This set brought us the Campus Closet, also known as a notebook wardrobe, which resembles the Kokio campus notebooks and can be used for storage, the campus bed, also known as the notebook bed, that looks like 5 campus notebooks stacked on top of each other. The dot tape liner, also known as the sticker tape liner, appears to be a whiteout correction tape dispenser. I find this the most random item in the set because it's 500 times larger than the one you would use IRL. It's almost as tall as my villager. The junior pencil screen, also known as the pencil screen, appears to be 8 pencils glued together. The campus wall, also known as the notebook wall, is just a giant sheet of notebook paper. My personal favorite, the triangles table, also known as the set square table, is 2 triangle rulers stuck together. The campus carpet, also known as the notebook floor, is a pile of the campus notebooks laid on top of each other. The campus sofa, also known as the eraser sofa, is a giant eraser you can sit on, but I've never seen an eraser that's just a bunch of cubes stuck together. Actually, now I have seen this eraser because I found the long-lost promotional graphic that shows the real stationery you could buy from Kokio. These items are even better in real life than Animal Crossing. I'd buy every item here if I could time travel back to 2013. This set was exclusive to Japan, and you could only receive these items between February and April 2013. I did a lot of digging to find exactly how players could receive these items, because it wasn't as straightforward as I thought. First, To be eligible to receive the 8 items, you needed Spot Pass enabled. Then as long as your 3DS was connected to the internet and in sleep mode, the items would be mailed to you. However, players didn't get bombarded with 8 letters all at once. The items were distributed in 8 waves, which makes more sense. Shout out to Google Translate for making all of these translations possible. Even though this was a Japan exclusive collab and you could only get these items in Japan, somehow I obtained them in North America with my North American 3DS and my North American copy of New Leaf. So to that person I met on Tumblr in 2013 and traded with me for these items, thank you. Another Nintendo game that received a crossover with Animal Crossing New Leaf was Splatoon 1. Not Splatoon 2, and definitely not Splatoon 3. Any promotion with these 2 Splatoon games and Animal Crossing New Horizons would have made so much sense. New Horizons had not just 1, but 2 Splatoon games on the Switch that would have made a beautiful partnership. It's a good thing you're watching this video, because let me show you what we could have had. This crossover was introduced in the 2016 Welcome Amiibo update, where we got special Turf War and tower control items, themed walls and floors, multiple outfits, and 3 amazing Splatoon villagers. Filming this video was the first time I've ever seen these characters in my town up close. First, we have Cece, the pinkish, purplish squirrel. She's directly based on the Squid sister, Callie, and even wears the same outfit and makeup. You can summon Cece and New Leaf by scanning the Callie amiibo from Splatoon 1 in the campsite. And we have our partner in crime, Viche, a green squirrel directly based on Marie, and is wearing the same clothes and makeup. You can summon Viche and New Leaf by scanning the Marie amiibo from Splatoon 1 in the campsite. Callie and Marie are the 2 main NPCs from Splatoon 1 that deliver the news about what battle stages are currently active and other announcements about the game. I was so baffled why Nintendo used squirrels for Splatoon-themed villagers and not octopus villagers. The reason is, squirrel and squid share the same first 4 letters, and Nintendo is trying to be punny. But let me know what you think, because that's all I got. If you aren't a Splatoon player, Callie and Marie's names are a play on the food calamari, because they're squids and so is calamari. Kinda dark, Nintendo. So of course Nintendo continued the fun for these squirrels, Cece and Viche, whose names are a play on the food ceviche, another fish dish. I've been working on this video for 6 hours straight, and this collab is making me hungry. Our third Splatoon villager is Inkwell, an orange octopus, whose name references the ink tanks used in Splatoon's battle modes. He's half adorable, half creepy, and represents the Squid Kids. You can summon him to your campsite by scanning in the Inkling Boy amiibo, Inkling Girl amiibo, or the Inkling Squid amiibo, which is ironic because Inkwell is an octopus, not a squid. It's a shame Nintendo didn't bring him back on New Horizons. I'd say he's generic enough to be in the game because we only have 4 Octo Villagers, so a 5th couldn't hurt. Since Cece and Viche represent the Squid sisters, their houses are no exception. Both squirrels have the same exact house interior, which also matches the Squid Sisters studio in Splatoon 1, which is where they deliver the news. We have Inkopolis tables and 2 Inkopolis chairs set up to match Callie and Marie's studio setup. These pieces of furniture match their Splatoon counterparts almost perfectly. The flooring and walls also match the floor and walls in the studio. Both squirrels have the giant glowing Squid Sisters logo hanging in their rooms. They have a giant banner behind the chairs which represents the teams for a Splatfest. A Splatfest is the Splatoon version of Color Wars or a competitive field day. Various teams in previous Splatfests were Cats and Dogs, Cars and Planes, SpongeBob and Patrick, and even Callie and Marie. You choose a team and then battle it out, and whichever team gets the most points wins. These signs are indicating a Tom Nook versus Red Splatfest that we never actually saw in Splatoon. The graphic on the left is Red's ginkgo leaf that you can also find on top of his tent in New Leaf, and on the suspicious bell bag in his boat in New Horizons. And then on the right is the classic Animal Crossing leaf that represents Tom Nook. I really wish we got an Animal Crossing themed Splatfest. My speculation why we didn't is that Nintendo doesn't think the Splatoon player base would be interested or care about Animal Crossing. But after the success of New Horizons, hopefully we'll be proved wrong. In addition to all the Callie and Marie furniture, we also get a full clothing set, complete with sequins and both Squid Sisters outfits, including Callie's romper and Marie's dress, along with color match tights and shoes. The cherry on top are the wigs designed to match Callie and Marie's hairstyles, complete with the little squid meat hair clips. If you wanted to get your hands on these Callie and Marie themed items, you had to scan their amiibos into your campsite and buy the items from their RVs using 3 Meow coupons each. And technically, you can still get these items if you have your New Leaf game and the Squid Sisters amiibos. We can't forget about Inkwell. His house is more battle themed. We have our discontinued spawn point, the tower from Tower Control, 4 squid bumpers, a splattershot weapon, and a super sea snail, which is valuable in-game currency. His floors and walls match perfectly with his house theme and are covered in ink splatters and stickers. 2 items that don't appear in Inkwell's house but are still part of this furniture set are the pilot goggles and the studio headphones, which feature Inkling hair and headgear straight out of Splatoon. To obtain these items, you had to scan an Inkling amiibo to summon Inkwell's RV in the campsite, then buy the items from his RV for 3 Meow coupons each. Okay, I lied a little bit. There was the teeniest, tiniest crossover with Splatoon 2 and Animal Crossing New Horizons. If you catch a squid, your villager will respond with, "I caught a squid, it's off the hook," which references the 2 main characters from Splatoon 2, Pearl and Marina, whose catchphrase is, "Stay off the hook." Or, your villager could say, "I caught a squid, I had an inkling I might." This references how players in Splatoon are called Inklings. I was actually disappointed when I missed out on this next Animal Crossing collab with the Japanese clothing store, Uniqlo. Uniqlo sells basic clothing for women, men, and kids. They have stores all over the world in major cities. I've shopped there multiple times, so when I heard they were going to have Animal Crossing merch, I was pretty excited. Side note, look at this rainbow staircase featured in Uniqlo's San Francisco store. Okay, back to Animal Crossing. This collab featured a plethora of graphic tees, towels, foldable tote bags, and shorts, all themed around different New Horizons NPCs and villagers. Uniqlo even designed a whole set of clothing items you can wear in New Horizons and built a giant Uniqlo store-themed island that I'll show you in a bit. In this collection, you'll see Passed Out Gulliver, Dodo Airlines, Nook Inc., the Able Sisters, Isabelle, Kix, Celeste, CJ, Flick, Lloyd, Tools, Fruit, and a cute scene of Chrissy and Francine singing on a stereo. I love the lore behind this shirt because if you don't know, Chrissy and Francine are sisters and are in fact pop stars in the girl group together. But the Uniqlo collection did not stop there. They took it a step further and recreated 22 styles from their collection as custom designs in New Horizons. So if you missed your chance to buy anything in real life, your villager could get a free virtual version. I can't believe I missed out on buying a beach towel with Gulliver marooned on the beach. Good thing Uniqlo made a virtual towel I can use instead. I don't know who Uniqlo hired to make these designs, but they look just like their IRL counterparts. It's so impressive. All the Uniqlo custom designs are still posted to Nintendo servers, so if you want to download them for your own island, I posted their creator code in the description. But Uniqlo did not stop there. This collab has so many layers. Uniqlo built an entire island that's just one big Uniqlo store. Named Uniqlo Island, visitors are greeted with the store's logo as the island flag. Walk a bit further, and we have the whole store entrance display, complete with tables of folded clothes, mannequins wearing the custom designed clothing, and simple panels with the same tote bags you could actually buy. If you've never been to Uniqlo, their whole aesthetic is light wooden shelves stacked to the ceiling with clothes. And this build represents that perfectly. We have custom design after custom design filled with stacked clothing, hanging pieces, and the Uniqlo logo. The designer used record boxes as signage around the store and placed mirrors so visitors can try on items. These custom designs just blow me away. We have hanging belts and pants and an entire changing room in the back. As someone who's shopped at Uniqlo many times, this island could not be more accurate compared to the real thing. Even the floor is accurate. I love how they used stacked magazines to represent stacks of folded shirts. This island was built in 2021 before the 2.0 update, which added the stack of clothing item. I love the ingenuity I see on this island, which is also one of the things I love about the Animal Crossing community. If we use this free camera mod and zoom way out on this island, we can see just how big this build is and how much space it takes up on this island. Now, Super Smash Bros. Is a game I would never expect to see any Animal Crossing content, but here we are. Super Smash Bros. 4 for the Wii U and 3DS collectively feature Isabelle, a girl villager, and a boy villager as our fighters, and 3 stages based on real places we see in Animal Crossing City Folk and Animal Crossing New Leaf. The Wii U stage is called Town and City and is directly based on Animal Crossing City Folk for the Wii. We get an expansive bird's eye view of the town that includes the museum, Nook's Cranny, the Able Sisters shop, Town Hall, the town gate, and the bus stop that drives you to the city. And we have all of the other characteristics of an Animal Crossing town, with cliffs, rocks, flowers, rivers, tree stumps, palm trees, my favorite, fruit trees, and baby trees. Adorable. We even have a money tree all the way in the back next to this starter house. At night, you can see a cab driving through the town, the same one that drives you to your brand new town in the very beginning. We don't even get to see that in the regular game. During the battles, we have our loyal Booker and Copper, who usually man the town gates, acting as quasi-referees. We have Blathers and Celeste taking a full-on nap in front of our fighters beating up each other. I wish I could sleep that soundly. And if you like to dine with your entertainment, Rooster will conveniently set up shop right on the battle stage so you can drink your coffee courtside. But we can't have this city folk themed stage without the city. We get another bird's eye view of the city center that's not fully upgraded. There's a boarded up building, but everything else is there. The lack of villagers walking around is unsettling. Empty cities give me the creeps. The town portion of the stage is lively and full of detail, yet the city doesn't have any visitors hanging out in the plaza. This stage reveals a secret road that connects the town and city. Seeing this area blew my mind, because we only get glimpses of it in City Folk and Wild World. And here it is, out in the open. So if you've always wondered how it looks when you walk through the gate, watch this video I made with Basura, linked above and in the description. And also check out Basura's channels, linked below. Smashville is another Animal Crossing stage in Smash Bros. Wii U that is basically identical to the town area in Town and City, so I won't be going over it. For Smash Bros. 4 on the 3DS, we have my favorite stage, Tortimer Island, that's directly based off Tortimer's Island in Animal Crossing New Leaf. This stage has the weirdest looking tree I've ever seen in any Animal Crossing game. Another cute detail is a shark will swim up to the island just like in the real game. New Leaf players know Tortimer Island was basically shark hunting central, which is the method I use to make most of my money. Cap'n also makes an appearance when he sails up to the dock, but quickly leaves when the fighters start using his boat as a blasting off point. I don't blame him for getting out of there. The cool thing about this stage is the layout randomly generates each time it's played, so you get a fresh island every time you battle. Now this collab is one where you think to yourself, why? How does 7-Eleven and Animal Crossing relate to each other at all? Through my research, I discovered Japan is home to more 7-Eleven stores than anywhere else in the world. They're typically open 24/7 and offer more than just convenient snacks, making them extremely popular in Japan. So now it's making sense that the most popular convenience store in Japan partnered with the #1 best-selling 2012 3DS game in Japan, Animal Crossing New Leaf. New Leaf went really hard with these collabs. New Horizons and future AC games, take note. This 7-Eleven crossover gave us 20 brand new convenience store themed items. The caveat is you had to visit 7-Eleven stores in Japan to collect these items, making them Japan exclusives. I apologize in advance if some of the dates I'm going to share with you are slightly off. The 7-Eleven collab spanned over multiple years and items were distributed at various times between 2012 and 2019. I found a lot of dates for different item releases, and some were contradicting, so I apologize if the dates are not 100% accurate. The 7-Eleven collab officially launched December 1st, 2012 and lasted until January 3rd, 2013. During this period, you had to visit a Nintendo Zone at participating 7-Elevens, then connect your 3DS to their Wi-Fi. Once connected, you visit your post office in New Leaf and ask for a present. Then Pelly, or Phyllis, would give you the 7-Eleven item, and it was that simple. Or so we thought. Even though the full item set has 20 items, only 5 were given out during this first wave, in which we got the 24-hour shop sign, the 24-hour shop model, which is a mini 7-Eleven building, the 24-hour shop counter, the buffet server, and the steamed bun case. From my research, you couldn't collect all the items at once. Each item had its own mini time frame within the larger time frame in which you can download the items. So if you wanted to collect all 5, you had to schlep to 7-Eleven multiple times over the month. But luckily, 7-Elevens are everywhere in Japan, so I assume it wasn't too hard of a task to accomplish. Our second wave of item distribution started March 1st, 2013 until May 9th, 2013. This introduced 5 brand new items to collect: the shop uniform, soft drink display, sandwich display, barbecue bed, and the 24-hour ABD. Again, you couldn't collect all 5 items at the same time. You have to go back during the distribution period of each individual item like you see in this graphic. 2 years later, Nintendo and 7-Eleven would work together again to distribute all 10 previous 7-Eleven items, between June 1st, 2015 and July 6th, 2015. And just like before, each item was only available to collect for a few days within the larger time period. Now, if you thought all that was a complicated way to obtain the first 10 exclusive 7-Eleven items in Japan, get ready for an even more complicated method to get the 10 remaining items in this set. So here we go. This crossover not only gave us items, but gave us a brand new themed villager named Philly. She was a Japan exclusive, and Nintendo designed her with a huge 7 on her head, so we would never forget she was the anthropomorphic embodiment of a huge line of convenience stores. Philly made her first appearance in 2015 as DLC for the 3DS game Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer. It's not clear from my research exactly how you got Philly in your Happy Home Designer game, but I'm assuming it was a similar process where you connect your 3DS to 7-Eleven Nintendo zones at participating stores. What I do know is once connected, you'll go upstairs in the Happy Home office, turn on the virtual 3DS, and you'll be prompted to connect to the internet to receive special design requests. And if everything works correctly, Philly would appear in the Happy Home office ready for her new vacation home. And if you're not familiar with Happy Home Designer, it's basically the 3DS version of Happy Home Paradise on the Switch. Philly would request a 24-hour shop vacation home, which is very on brand. In 2016, Philly was finally able to break free from her Happy Home Designer chains and get to visit New Leaf players in their campsites, an area introduced as part of the Welcome Amiibo update. She has her own 7-Eleven themed RV that looks more like a cargo truck to me, but I love the brand consistency. Philly was distributed at 7-Eleven stores 2 times, November 4th, 2016 through January 5th, 2017, and March 2nd, 2018 through May 6th, 2019. Same as collecting the 7-Eleven item set, players connected to the Wi-Fi at participating 7-Eleven stores, but then instead of going to the post office and asking for a present, you had to open the Nintendo Zone app first. Once that was completed, you loaded up your town and went to the campsite to talk to Harvey. You would ask him about the distribution camper, then Philly's RV would appear immediately in your campsite. In Philly's RV, you could purchase the brand new final 10 items of the 7-Eleven set and any of the previous 7-Eleven sets from years past, which was great if you initially missed out on them. The 10 new items you could now buy from Philly's RV were the convenient wall, convenient floor, sushi bench, 24-hour shop baskets, shop coffee machine, hot snack case, donut cushion, 24-hour shop clock, and the 24-hour shop banner. But Nintendo wasn't going to make it that easy to buy all the 7-Eleven items. No. You could only buy 3 items per day from Philly, and you couldn't buy them with bells. You had to use Meow Coupons, a brand new currency added in the Welcome Amiibo update. To earn Meow Coupons, also called Mutual Exchange of Wealth Coupons, you had to complete town initiatives. These initiatives are equivalent to the activities you can do around your New Horizons island to earn Nook Miles. If you had any Animal Crossing amiibos, you could earn 5 Meow Coupons simply by scanning them into your game. If you wanted to buy the entire 7-Eleven set from Philly, you needed a lot of Meow Coupons, 60 to be exact. The highest amount of Meow Coupons you can earn in 1 week is 27. So as long as you maxed out your Meow Coupon activities for 3 weeks straight, you were good to go. Now, Philly couldn't stay in your town forever. After January 5th, 2017, she would leave your campsite permanently. This added an additional challenge if you wanted to collect all of her 7-Eleven items before her departure. Because she was a limited edition villager, you could not invite her to move into your town, unlike other villagers that visited your campsite. Now, I did say all of this Philly and 7-Eleven business was exclusive to Japan, but Nintendo did give North America a nibble of what Japan received. Exactly 1 item from the 7-Eleven set was distributed via all Nintendo zones in North America, and that item was the barbecue bed. In my opinion, that's one of the worst items in the set. You wouldn't even know it's 7-Eleven themed just by looking at it. This item's distribution period took place between December 16th, 2016 and December 31st, 2016 at official Nintendo zones. I know Best Buy was a Nintendo zone because that's the one I always went to. Once at the zone, all you had to do was connect to their Wi-Fi, open your New Leaf town, and ask for a present in the post office. I was all over my local Best Buy downloading this meat bed while I was standing in a random aisle playing on my 3DS, hoping no employee would see me or walk over to me because I was just awkwardly there not buying anything. I didn't want to look suspicious, but I totally did. This collab I was really excited about, but unfortunately missed it. Puma, the sneaker and sportswear company, partnered with Nintendo to create Animal Crossing themed sneakers, sandals, shirts, and hoodies. This highly sought after collection released on September 18th, 2021, which was great timing because the 2.0 update was releasing in just over a month. I love the pastel green, blue, and tan color palette they went with. This collection looks directly based on the Animal Crossing New Horizons Switch and dock. This collab featured women's, men's, and kids' sizes, and all of them sold out immediately. I remember visiting the Puma website a few days after the launch and was shocked that everything was sold out. These Wild Rider sneakers are adorable. There's so much going on with the design, but it still looks clean and tasteful. And the little bell bag that's included to hold the extra laces, I'd buy those shoes just to have the bell bag. Another great piece from the collection are these slip-on sandals in the most beautiful color. We also got this more minimal sneaker design that's mostly tan with a hint of blue and green. Puma went all out inside the shoe boxes, featuring Tom Nook, Timmy and Tommy, and a tent as a nod to your island's humble beginnings. Even the tissue paper has villager faces on it. At the initial release, I don't remember there being clothing, but a huge selection of t-shirts and hoodies were available on Nintendo's website and appear to be on sale as of making this video. Most items are sold out, but I'm glad this site was still active as most of the individual item listings were removed from Puma's site. Nintendo missed a great opportunity to launch a Puma-themed villager that's also Puma. Which Animal Crossing crossover is your favorite? Mine is a tie between the 7-Eleven collab and the Splatoon collab. I just love when these collaborations include content inside the game rather than just physical merch. It makes the whole partnership feel more inclusive and complete, and not just one-sided. I'm manifesting more collabs like these for future Animal Crossing games. We're allegedly getting Animal Crossing LEGO sets in 2024, which could include LEGO-themed in-game items. You never know. If you want to watch my video all about the LEGO sets, it's linked in the description. Like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel for more Animal Crossing content. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. A huge thank you to my YouTube channel members for your continued support of me and my channel. All my members get these super awesome perks, including getting all of your comments hearted by me, priority when I do multiplayer events on my Animal Crossing live streams, and 24/7 access to my treasure island, and 24/7 access to my new catalog island. My treasure island is an island full of items dropped on the ground that you can take, including every crafting material, all the new DIYs from the 2.0 update, all seasonal DIYs, Nook Mile tickets, and so much more. I'm also now offering a 24/7 catalog island that is every item you can catalog. This is the best and quickest way to get hundreds of items you don't have yet. This is my current catalog island map, and for more information about cataloging, I've linked my tutorial in the description. If you would like to become a member and get access to these amazing and helpful perks, you can click the link above or in the description, or you can click the join button on my channel's homepage or in the link in my about section. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.